Broadcasting live from sunny South Florida, and the best way to start your Saturday. This is KMA Talk Radio, life, liberty, and the pursuit of fine cigars. And now your KMA crew. The man with the scoop, William Cooper. Alex the Goat Tavella. And always telling it like it is, Honest Abe Dababneh.
I like to smoke them like the Winston Churchill. Like John Kennedy, yeah. Remember Coach Red Auerbach, smoked up for victory, yeah. Well, you can take my wife, you can take my car, but you can't take my big cigar. My cigar.
Good morning. morning to all our loyal listeners, libertarians, and lovers of the leaf. Honest Abe here, and we are broadcasting live. KMA episode number 615. That's right, 615. And as always, I am here with my trusted KMA crew, the man that everybody likes to call the GOAT, Alex Tavella, and our dear friend, always bringing us the industry news teaser and rumor-free, William the Scoop Cooper. And back out of the depths of darkness is our...
Don't say back. Don't say back. Yeah. Back makes it like back today. Let's clarify. Right. I don't want to frighten people. Just back today.
Don't scare. Yeah, don't let
from this morning, bro.
Yeah, back may lead people to the wrong assumption. Here is a better word.
With us today, and the man who actually showed up, made it.
A minute early.
Our old friend, one of the OGs of KMA Talk Radio, the Italian scallion himself, Paul DeGrocco.
Oh, man. Thank you. I thought you would have forgotten my nickname by now.
Oh, the Italian scallion, bro. I love it. By the way, get ready. It's coming.
I like that color.
This is last year's mug. This is a good
baby
mug.
Blue.
I like this one because it's like huge. But yeah, this was last year's mug.
It's a nice size.
Summer of Saka.
I can't believe we're already talking about that.
Oh, man. No.
It's fucking mid-May, Coop. The year just
stock on this was just
by. The year just flies by. It's literally mid-May. We're almost halfway through the year already.
I'll be dropping.
We're still writing 2025 on shit, and we're halfway through the year.
Coop's kids are grown, so he doesn't really notice the seasons anymore.
I don't. It's like
vacation. That's true. That's a good point.
It is true. Yeah. I mean, there's no more school calendar year, so I'm not on that cycle anymore.
Alex, do you guys dread the start of summer in your house? Like I'm dreading it.
I love it.
They're here all day. Ugh.
I know they're not here all day. My kids go to camp.
Oh, they do?
My kids go to camp. Yeah, Carmine wants to go to camp. He don't not. I got my fucking father here.
You
know what I would love to do, Paul? Not pay $200 a fucking week to send him to camp, but he wants to go to camp.
But he doesn't go to overnight camp.
No, he goes every day. Yeah.
A lot of people send their kids away for the whole.
No. Carmine goes to camp at
Coop
school.
knows this. Growing up on Long Island, all of my Jewish friends went away. Like
they still do it.
Yeah, that was a big. My dad wouldn't send me to camp because he hated it.
Really? He didn't.
Yeah, he wouldn't. He hated it when his kid. Whatever. Yeah, it was like a traumatizing experience. I guess something happened with him, so he would not send me. Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things. All my friends lost their virginities at camp.
Yeah. I like I said, he just wouldn't subject me to it.
Wow. My kids do like a day camp, but they do like different ones. So like we'll do a week-long one with sports and then a week. I think we have like 3 weeks of them. But they're expensive, man.
They are.
So when we were young, they kind of really didn't do camps. And then as they got older, we sent them to sports camps. Basketball camps, whatnot. But Petra's the only one that went to twice an overnight 2-week basketball camp. But we never did really a lot in camp. And honestly, Paul, I look forward to the summers, man. I like waking up, having everybody in the house in the morning. I get to bullshit with them for a little bit before I go home, to work. I usually will come in late a lot of mornings just to hang out with them and fuck around. So I always look forward to it. I always got a little depressed when they were going back to school. Now, am I locked up or are you guys locked up? Or is that Paul? That's Paul.
That's just Paul.
That's it, Paul.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here. We just lost power.
Okay.
But I'm back.
Yeah. So I always really kind of look forward to the summer. My wife, on the other hand, probably can't wait for them all to go back to school.
Because you get to leave and go to work. Like for me, think about like they're here literally all day, every day. It's hard for me to get work done. So it's
get a job where you got to leave the home.
Close the
door.
door.
I tell you what, I've been thinking about it, or renting an office, but I can't justify spending money on renting an office.
Have you looked at a shared space, like a shared office space?
We have them here, but they're far. So I have to go to downtown, and it's going to be
everything is far from where you live, bro.
I know. That's why we just lost power because we're in the middle of nowhere.
Everything is far from where you live. If you're watching us and joining us,
listen, we love it because we get to do vacations.
Speaking of, are you going anywhere this summer?
Are you asking me?
Yes, you're the one who just talked about vacations. I'm lagging. Is anybody else seeing me lag?
Yeah.
You guys are cutting in and out.
I think so. Do that again.
Is it me or Paul? But I keep feeling them. I'm lagging on my end.
It's you. Yeah, it is you.
I am lagging. I'm gonna hop
you.
out. I'm gonna hop out and hop back in.
All right. Sorry, I was trying to get something together here that I want to talk about.
Yeah, my trip's set. We're going to the Rockies.
My
wife and I.
It was
going to the Rockies. Paul, are you frozen too? Is everybody just frozen? It's just me and Coop. Fuck it, it's me and Coop.
So, yeah, I don't know what
everybody with their shitty internet and shitty power.
What is going on in South Florida? I don't know what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, for me, we're probably. I'm not probably. We'll do we always go to Jersey, go to the shore.
Yeah.
Usually that's in August, like the last week before they go back to school.
You go see Marissa's family too, right? Don't they live there?
Well, no, they live here now, but they'll go up there. They'll still go up and stay in Margate for half the summer. So they'll go up there. Plus, we like to go up. We take the kids to the boardwalk, all that shit. We have fun. It's a nice week.
Yeah.
But I may do. I'm considering doing. I want to go to Evermore. I want to do Evermore, man. Have you been to Evermore, Paul?
I have not been there.
Evermore's an insane resort, like right outside of Universal Disney.
Yeah, that's right.
With the
I thought it was expensive, from what I understand.
It's reasonably expensive, but it looks. That's like a vacation. Man. Like this is you better remember this shit because this is an expensive vacation.
Yeah, we're at a point in our lives. There's no kid vacations anymore, so that will come, but it's gonna come, I guess, at some point for us when we have grandkids. We assume. So
yeah, but even that, you do. You're handing all. You're not responsible.
Oh yeah.
When you want to go and
you get a couple hours.
Yeah. So I mean,
you get a couple hours with the kids, and then
we lost.
Oh, we lost that.
What, just because your power don't work, I can't stay on the show.
I meant to click myself and it moved. I clicked you off.
Yeah, I mean, our Disney days were never there, though. My kids were always at Universal. That was the place they always wanted to go to.
Yeah, we did Universal last year. We're going to Disney next week just for the weekend.
You're still doing it?
Of course you are. Of course you are.
Yeah, I mean, I inherited the Disney Vacation Club now, so we got to use it. Yeah, look, we'll go just for the weekend because it's the weekend before my birthday, and then we won't go again until the fall. Like we don't go in the summer; it's too much.
No, like I said, we're doing a kid-free vacation. Then I'm supposed to be going to Spain later this year. That's a short trip though. It will be so.
Does your wife travel with you on any of those international business trips?
Nope. No, this year there was if we were going back to Dubai, I think she was going to come, but obviously nothing happened with Dubai this year. My company didn't go there for good reasons. So
right.
The Spain thing, she's probably going to come along with. I'm hoping so.
Oh, that'd be great, man. You make my mom and dad used to do that.
She does not like to travel, though. My wife. So, if you think I don't like taking planes, she's worse.
Oh, we love to travel.
Yeah, she.
Yeah, you guys are a good travel couple too, Abe, because you guys always have like your little things that you like, your little routines, and that's how Steph and I were before kids. We'd have a Bloody Mary, that have our little.
No, we have a lot of fun. We really do. My wife and I are really good party. In fact, honestly, I hate taking any trip, even if it's a business trip. Traveling with my wife, really, we're a good team traveling. She knows my shit, I know her shit. We get along good. Our trip this year went totally the other way. Petra wanted, before she went away to college, wanted to go back to Jordan and see her family, and so we had this whole trip booked from 9 months ago. We canceled it, so we're not going because of all the crap that's over there. So now we're going to a 5-day trip to St. Pete instead. A little driving vacation here in Florida. Never been to St. Pete. A lot of cool shit out there.
Oh, St. Pete's great.
St. Petersburg?
Dolly Museum. They're all artists.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah,
we're gonna go to St. Pete. So.
Yeah.
I want to answer Ryan's question. Ryan, in a heartbeat, if you're offering a Club 33 membership, great. I have inquired about a Club 33 membership, but that you have to be invited after you inquire. So I don't think I can afford it. You can't really find the pricing. It's not
It's like their version of the.
What is that? Yeah, what is that? I'm not sure what that even is.
It's a private club at Disney.
How do we know, Coop? We're just regulars at
We're
Disney.
just regular. I wait on the line I wait online for my turkey leg.
These type of terms don't apply to people like
us. Of course.
There's a lot of benefits to it, but I think it's something like a country club where there's like $100,000 buy-in, and then it's like $30,000 a year to be a member.
Club 33.
Club 33.
Club 33.
Why is it called Club 33?
Because the address of the original spot in Disneyland was 33. I forget the name of the street in Disneyland.
It is. I just Googled it. It's exclusive invite only.
Yeah.
Initiation fees run $35,000 to $100,000.
Yeah,
a mouse knows how to make money. I can tell you that.
It comes with a lot of stuff, though. The VIP, you get like 6 VIP tours a year. You get free annual passes for everyone in your family. I mean, free, not free, but you're paying for it. You get fast passes for everyone. You can invite guests. You get free tickets for guests that you invite with your party. There's a lot of cool benefits. And then every park in Disney World, at least, has their own Club 33, and they're beautiful. I have friends that have been, one of our good friends here, she's friends with a guy that's a member, and they went to every single Club 33 in a weekend and got to see them. And you can't take pictures in there. It's like they're like hardcore about cell phones, and because she sat next to a couple of celebrities, and it's pretty awesome. Oh, there you go. He knows. Ryan, are you a member? If you're a member, we should talk, dude. I would love to be your guest one day.
Arizona. There's no way Ryan's a member.
He could be a member in Disneyland. He could be a member at Disneyland.
Where's Ryan live? Arizona, Rocky Mountains.
Rocky Mountains, yeah.
Colorado. What? Oh, here we go. Yeah, Ryan. I don't think Ryan's close enough to be a Club 33 member.
Listen, man, maybe he knows somebody. I'm just looking for a connection. I just want to go once.
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, because I keep saying shit, and it doesn't sound like I'm coming through.
Yeah, you're definitely still lagging.
My Wi-Fi is super fast. I don't know what the fuck.
No, it's not your Wi-Fi. I'm looking now. I connected to my hotspot because it looks like there's an issue with AT&T. You have AT&T, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's an issue with AT&T out here in Wellington.
Okay, yeah, I'm saying the Wi-Fi speed. Well, that's
like now you're super delayed, but we just upgraded our Wi-Fi too, and I was like, something's wrong, so I just switched to my hotspot, and it's fine.
Hotspot from your phone?
Yeah.
You gotta do what you gotta do. I'm gonna get you guys on opinion on something.
Oh boy.
No, it's watch related, but it's kind of interesting because it ties into brand and branding. But for those that don't know, the watch world is ablaze this morning. Ablaze.
Oh, God.
If you live anywhere near a local Swatch store, there's probably 500 people sitting outside that store right now.
Did they release something?
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
They released a collaboration
polarizing
with a monster of a brand that is very, very polarizing. I will show you here.
Yeah.
This is what is being released today. On the left, what you see is a $500,000 Audemars Piguet. I believe that's a perpetual calendar.
Yep.
On the right, what you see is releasing today a $400 plastic Audemars Piguet and Swatch pocket watch collaboration. Now, what's interesting about this for me, so Swatch has done this before. They've done it with the Omega Moon Swatch, and they've also done it with
they own Omega.
Blancpain, right? But the caveat is they own both of those brands. Swatch owns Omega and owns Blanc. So for them to collaborate with their own brands, they can do whatever the fuck they want. Mm-hmm. This one came a little bit out of left field. I mean, this is almost like Rolex doing this watch. It's the same fucking thing. The big three are Rolex, AP, and Patek. You know what
It's not a watch though. It's like a. Isn't it like a pendant? Yeah,
it's like a pendant. It's like a paillet. It comes. It doesn't even come. It comes on a string, on a leather strap. You can wear it around your neck if you want. It's designed to be a pocket watch.
Okay, I mean,
I get it, but the Audemars people are like, what the fuck? You know, this fucking watch cost me $500,000. You're releasing $400 watches.
I also think that the AP ones that they're selling in all the Swatch colors, the neon colors, are ridiculous too. I think it devalues the brand for sure, But if I don't know for sure if Swatch owns AP, I thought AP was
No, Swatch does not own AP. Swatch does not own AP.
Okay.
That's the point. That's the difference.
So then it's even
It
stupider.
was right. It was like I understand Omega, I understand Blancpain. They own the brand. They can do whatever they want. Swatch can do whatever.
Listen,
This was
people
crazy.
would be surprised about how many luxury watches the movement is made by Swatch, right? Because Swatch is one of the major, movement makers in the world. But they purposely keep it quiet, right? So they don't put that out there because Swatch has its own branding and the luxury watches obviously have their own. But I Alex, when I saw it, you posted it the other day, and I just did a vomit emoji. It's gross to me. I think it's stupid, and I think it also shows that there may be for AP to take themselves into this partnership. Could there be problems with the brand? Are there problems with the company?
No, I don't. I wouldn't say. I mean, I don't know, right, the answer. But I've seen this happen. Like even Cohiba went into the budget space with a cigar. So I could see them trying to reach into another branch and do this and not do it under their own, do it under Swatch rather, which would make more sense.
Now, I'm led to believe a little, and I don't know. I only read what everybody else reads, but I would guess that part of that is why this is a pocket watch, Paul. I would bet AP was like, "We'll do a collab, but we're not making a plastic Royal Oak watch. We could do a pocket watch." You know what I mean? I could see AP kind of drawing a line somewhere. Like, no, I can't just make plastic.
See,
AP.
and I would, and you know what I would say? Because I got 4 kids. It doesn't matter how much money I have. It's irresponsible to spend $400,000. I can't afford it, but even if I could, it's irresponsible to spend $400,000 on a watch for me. But if Swatch came out with the same thing as the titanium or stainless one that they have, that's $400,000, and they did like a $1,000 plastic version.
You mean AP?
I might buy that. I might get that. The pocket watch, it seems ridiculous to me. Does it say AP on it? Does it have the Audemars logo on it?
Yeah, it says Swatch AP. It has the AP and Swatch right in the middle.
Wow.
Gross.
You see right in the middle. Here's the thing. I got to be honest. I was considering driving Aventura because there's one thing I can guarantee you. In a couple hours, these things are going to be online for $2,000, and they're going to get bought up.
Easily
going to get bought up for $2,000. $400 stupid plastic.
I don't know how strict Swatch is with their releases, though. What I used to find being in the jewelry business is, depending on what store you worked for, sometimes they would let employees buy the inventory, or you'd have your buddy come in, right? And I could get my buddy into the store first, and they could come in and buy their limit for the day. So it's a rigged system, right? Because a lot of the internal people will.
But even this one, the limit for the day is 1. Everybody's getting 1.
Wow,
it's 1. The limit is 1 per customer per day.
Can you buy it online?
No, fuck no. No, that's why there's 1,000 people standing outside Swatch stores right now.
All right, is this any better? Because I'm still looking delayed.
You are delayed. Damn.
And
you look fine. It's weird because it ain't like you ain't grainy. You ain't.
No, but I'm delayed when I move. When I turn my head, it takes me a couple seconds.
Yeah, you're coming in delayed.
But I hear you fine. But when you stop talking, your mouth keeps moving, like an overdubbed Japanese movie.
My cellular here sucks. That's the problem. I'm connected to my hotspot.
I have mine sitting in the windowsill here. That's the only way I get good cell service here.
He's probably sitting. Are you sitting outside?
I'm outside.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's outside, no less.
Jeez.
How long ago did you take that sip of coffee? That's the question.
Well, you can tell by when I talk.
Yeah.
Because I start talking. I don't see my
a good 2-3 seconds delay.
Alex, can I just bring up something before we change from the watch?
Yeah.
You know who really... I had a really great conversation. I mean, obviously, you know that Dave Lafferty and Steve Saka are big watch guys. Yeah. And when we were at the Great Smoke, I wore one of my favorite watches. I got a gift. I got a Cartier Ballon Bleu last year from a good friend of mine.
That's right. You did, yes.
And it's a watch I always wanted. It's not an AP. It's not a Patek. It's just a watch that I always thought was classic looking. Always loved it. Never bought it for myself. So anyway, Lafferty grabbed me. And he was like, "Hey, let me see that Ballon Bleu." He knew right away. And Steve and we were all chatting about watches. But you know who I've really gotten into that H. Moser brand that he likes. What do you think of that brand?
I don't love the look. I love H.
No?
Moser as a company. I see what they do. They, once you're an H. Moser, but like Dave Lafferty gets like Christmas boxes sent to him.
Yeah.
I don't love a lot of the. I like it because they're more funky. You know what I mean? They go cool dial colors.
I love the backs of their watches. I think that it's a classy skeleton. Like
I don't love
like
plain
them.
face dials, and that's what a lot of their dials are. They're just plain
Yeah.
face.
See, so you're not a Patek guy then?
What do you mean?
Like you?
No.
Like...
A lot of the Moser dials don't even have numerals. I mean.
Oh yeah. See, no, I like that.
Yeah. See, I like at least I like a lot of the Moser dials. They don't even have sticks. It's almost like Movado type dial, just plain, nothing on it.
On your Rolex, do you have numerals or do you have Roman numerals or nothing?
I think I have sticks. No, what do I have on my Rolex? I don't know. It's a good question.
Because that was a big thing when I bought my first Rolex, that like for my wedding. It was my wedding gift from my wife, that I wanted specifically that I'm wearing it actually, but the date with the Roman numerals.
Yeah, my Bruce Wayne has the dots. It's got the Rolex dots. Yeah.
But you're okay with that without numbers there?
Well, that's how the GMT comes. Yeah, no, I'm okay. I just like something there. I like either dots or sticks. I don't love the diamonds. I don't love the diamond markers. It's got to be classy. Like if I was buying like a 1980s date 18 karat gold, some old Miami Coke dealer's watch, you know what I mean? The diamonds. Listen, if you're buying a used 1980s date in South Florida, that was some Coke dealer's watch.
Oh, and they're gorgeous. There's nothing beats
gorgeous.
Watches,
36 millimeter, gorgeous.
36 millimeter with a presidential band and date. I had a fake date most of my life. In South
Florida, that was Willie Falcone's watch. If you're buying, that's something fucking, without a question, that was some Coke dealer's watch.
That's funny. Yeah, I've listen. I'm not making a purchase anytime soon because I just keep seeing in my future. I see college and stuff, but I've been really into H. Moser, and I'm still hung up on those Frank Mueller. The is it Crazy Hour?
The Crazy Hour, yeah.
I've always,
what's crazy?
Since I was a teenager.
That's a dead brand, but I would still buy a Crazy Hour. Frank Mueller is like dead.
And the resale value is still very high with that specific watch.
With the Crazy Hour, yeah.
If I saw one for like $3,000, $5,000, I'd probably make the jump. But I don't think I've ever seen one for under 12 or 15, sometimes more when they're precious metals. It's wild.
Eric, I don't like what Christopher Ward is doing. They release like 30 watches a year now. You got to slow down. Like, you know what I mean? At some point, it's just constant. And I like their stuff, but they're flying out. I can't keep up with releases.
I try to pay attention to a lot of guys like Eric. I'm gonna have to follow Eric on Facebook because I don't have the time to like keep up on the trade show stuff and like the new brands that come out. But I remember Lafferty like 2 years ago posted a brand from a watch that he bought that was like a brand new brand that the guy branched off on his own or something, and now they're huge. And I don't remember the name of it, but I pay attention to those because I like to see the new stuff, and that's with some of these watches. That's the only way regular people are going to be able to own them when they first debut. And there's more affordable watches to buy.
Right.
Sorry, Coop. I didn't mean to cut you out.
No, you did not.
But I did. I thought that would be interesting, especially considering we spend a lot of time with like brand protection, protecting price, and
yeah.
And the watch.
No, that's huge, dude. It's been driving me nuts since I saw it. Honestly.
Do you guys think I think we talked about this a few weeks ago? This whole cigar industry watch collaborations, which we've seen with a few folks doing it. Do you think it's overdone?
I don't think so. I hope it doesn't get it. We've only had a couple.
I think Monte Cristo Cavalier.
And I'm taking away like Fuente Hublot has been a thing for years. So that's a different.
That's different.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But I actually kind of liked that Monte Cristo one. I'm familiar with that brand.
They didn't really do one. They did a cutter. It looked like one.
Yeah. And I mean, look, Sebastian just makes sense. Cavalier makes sense. The guy lives in Geneva. So he
Guy
lives in the watch
Geneva.
capital of the world. The guy lives in Geneva. If anybody's going to do a watch collab, that one makes sense.
And it was a very small one. Like it wasn't like he wasn't banking his business on it.
No.
And what it did is it gave him exposure in other areas, which I thought was a good move.
It probably gave him exposure in that watch world in Switzerland. Listen, the guy lives in literally the capital of the watch world. So that makes sense. But I hope that we don't see like every couple months.
Yeah, I think we've already beaten the spirits thing to death too much, in my opinion. So I just don't want to see the watch thing. I'm not to get me wrong. We do a pairing show and everything on Coop. I think it's good, but I think we sometimes overbeat that piece. Is what I'm saying.
But you don't think, Coop, that spirits are a more natural connection to cigars than a watch?
A little more because in general you can enjoy both at the same time. The watch thing is like, okay, and I love watches, don't get me wrong, but I don't quite get the collaborative nature of it, if that makes sense.
Okay, I get it.
Yeah,
I don't own any.
It doesn't really. It's hard to equate. Like you said, all right, you enjoy the scotch with the cigar.
Yeah.
Well, and that's why I kind of like Monte Cristo with that version, Dennis, I think it was with Dennison watches. They're not like insanely expensive watches. You know what I mean? Because like you said, the Cavalier is great,
he just did the one with the blue amber, I believe, too.
That's what I'm saying. And it made and that's what Dennison does. They make watches with stone faces. So the watch had an amber face.
So it makes some sense with that. Okay. Okay.
Right. So that made sense for a collab. But I hope it doesn't get over because unless, I'm not going to spend that much extra money for a box and a watch. The watch has to be. There's only so many watch brands that people are going to be interested in buying, not just the look of a watch. And there's only so many watch brands you can put that you can be reasonable and sell as part of a package, unless you're doing a small thing like Cavalier did. There's 10 or I think there was 10, 20 of those.
30. It was actually 30. Yeah.
30. All right, but still 30. So you got 30 full sets. That's it. That's what I mean. This guy's not banking,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I didn't think it was like people were saying, well, why are they doing it? It was such a small release that I don't know if people understood. It gave them something you can go to the booth and see too, I thought, which was a cool idea. Even though they probably sold most of those outside the trade show.
Sure. But I bet you this guy has had or will be having, big time events in Switzerland, in Geneva with this going on. You know what I mean? This is probably more of a play there than it's going to be in the US, especially with only 30 pieces.
Yeah.
And again, a watch brand that's kind of unknown to us, at least, but I bet you, obviously, in Geneva, there have to be some type of known to make this guy, 30 watches. I think, I was looking at some of their watches. They range from $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 to $15,000 watches. So.
When you see that thing in person, though, it really was impressive. I got to say that.
Sure.
They did have it there at the show, and it was very impressive looking.
Paul, have you seen it?
No, I haven't.
The Cavalier.
I read something about it. I think on one of Coop, you had it on your site.
Yeah, I had it. Yep.
I didn't see the actual picture of it though.
I'll grab it.
I was thinking, will El Septimo come up with like a $10 million AP watch or something to just put in a display case one day?
I could see El Septimo doing a.
Yep.
I could see a little bit, but I could see El Septimo. You know what I could see El Septimo doing, Paul? A Jacob the Jeweler collab. That's an El Septimo
dude, and I love his stuff too. By the way,
his stuff is goofy.
Someone did something with them. I thought.
Really?
Jacob? Yeah, I'm trying to think who it was.
His stuff is
oh, you know what? I think
unwarranted. Is unwarrantedly
Zycar,
expensive.
I think, did something maybe, or maybe even Zycar.
It was Aurora. It was La Aurora. You're right, Cooper.
La Aurora. Okay, yeah. Well, I knew it was someone. Okay.
How's this delay? Is it gone?
No, it's gone.
It's gone. Ooh. We thought you went back to sleep, maybe.
I know. I was trying to restart my computer. I restarted the router. I was trying to do everything I could to try to get it back normal. All right. That being said, first off, if you're watching us, thank you for joining us this morning. We deeply appreciate it. Do us a favor, help us fight the Facebook algorithm. Tag a couple of your friends you think would enjoy spending Saturday morning with us on KMA Talk Radio. We have to get out there. And I don't think we discussed it yet because I'm smoking something I think could be the first time. I may have smoked it long time ago, but I don't recall. But what are you guys smoking today? I'll start. I'm smoking. Let's see if that shit works. It does work.
There you go.
And it'll roll up the Pacitas. This is fucking solid cigar.
That's incredible cigar. Yes.
It really. I mean, I had a long talk with Christian. Obviously, we reminisced and caught up a lot at the trade show, man. And I just don't know why a lot of his brands doesn't get the notoriety or the traction it warrants. It warrants.
I agree. I think the Aroa stuff's some of the best stuff in the market. The Aroa branded stuff.
I just don't understand it. I mean, he's known. The family that created the original Camacho brand, and it's not like he's new to the industry. But when I took this comes in a tissue.
Yeah, he doesn't use Tello. He doesn't use Cello. He uses the tissue wrap.
I'm gonna sort it out. But this whole bottom half comes in like in a tissue.
Yeah.
When I pulled it off before I lit the cigar, I was like, God damn, this is a sexy looking cigar. The first thing I said. And then I lit it up, and this has been great all show, and I haven't had a chance to really talk about it.
I like the band.
It's Aroa 20 years was a cigar of the year for me. I mean, that's how good a brand I think he does with that. They had a good show this year too. I thought they have some good stuff coming out. So,
what are you guys smoking?
Well, I am smoking the Cigar Prop cigar.
Oh, nice. I got a box of those. I haven't cracked it open.
Wow, did you see the 3D really came out nice with it?
I bet it did. I know it. Yeah, good for
And so this is from it's from the Cavalier factory. So this is my second cigar I've had in a week. So it's got some pop to it. It's really flavorful though. Very good flavor. A lot of Honduran tobacco, but it doesn't have that Honduran dryness to it, which is what I like.
Gary, how good is that cigar?
Great cigar.
Great cigar. With that cigar, man.
You gave me one before I said yes. This was a steal. However the hell you got these. I'm smoking a Bellas Artis Toro, but I want to call out a cigar I smoked last night. For all the headache, I got to tell you, those fucking El Mago tins are good. That Mr. Almond, I try. For all the headache, the little bit, they're fucking good, man.
Everybody's been raving about it, and I'm going to tell you something. Like these are one and done projects.
Yes, so that's what he explained, and then he'll come out with a different series.
I don't know if people know that or not because we went to a trade show. And then,
Gruber explained to me last night because I called him. I'm like, yeah.
We ordered a couple because he created like the greatest faux pas of the Great Smoke history of selling products.
I love it. I love the aggressive fucking attempt,
bro. So immediately I said, look, I need a couple of these because everybody got wants them now. So we ordered a couple. Figuring we placed our order at the trade show, and we saw him late in the game in the trade show. He's like, they're sold out. And he said, what do you mean they're sold out? When you can make it more? I said, we're not. I said, bro. You featured it at our event. How do you sell it? I don't know how he managed it, but he got us a nice supply of them. And but when they're gone, they're gone.
Yeah, and then he'll come out with later on. He'll come out with different characters or whatever, different scenes.
He really made it hard for consumers because they all want the tin, but I know a lot of people who really want the box.
Yes,
the tins come in, but you got to buy like $500 worth of $600 worth of cigars. Or you got to be lucky enough to get to a shop where it's the last one or two. And hey,
I already called dibs. on the Mr. Almond box in West Palm.
I'm telling you.
But man, those cigars are good. Like, well done. Tin. It's like good, well done. Packaging is great. It's funny because the packaging. I was talking to Gruber, and the packaging is this: the old guys that fucking smoke the Churchill with a white label and with a lady and a rose on it. They're going to look at that and say, what the fuck is this bullshit? The cigar industry is going to shit. And everybody between their, 20s and 40s and 45 with the styles is going to be like, oh, that's fucking cool. I want to have one just to have one. And then they find out the cigars are fucking killer too.
His branding's great, man. From day one.
Great job, yeah.
The cigars were good too. I remember the first time we had him on, he sent us some. They
were very good. Yeah, I've been impressed with his stuff.
Real quick, let me just go ahead.
No, I said it after the PCA. What this kid has, guys in the industry 20 years still don't have. A lot of them. He has an eye, he has a skill, he has imagination to create some really. I mean, look, I don't want to put it downplay, but in today's day and age, right? It's not that hard to make a quality cigar. Okay, and I'm not talking about like master, like recipe blending, whatever. But you can go to a factory if you know a little bit. You can make a quality, enjoyable cigar for the mass populations. But then what do you do with that once you make it, right? And he is really locked in and creating some beautiful stuff and whatever. And I just had a hard talk with him about the business side of the business. That's really what he's got to work on. If this guy can never get that 1-2 punch and really operate both the business and the creative development side of his company, I think his kid's going to blow up.
He's hired someone now, though. He hadn't hired someone until this year.
You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Somebody's been doing it 35 years. You can hire people all you want. Padron hired people, but Padron don't need it, right? But nobody stops and looks at a Padron post.
Right, yeah.
Has a espresso cup with a cigar, and it doesn't move the meter. It's only going to do you so much. As a brand owner, as a company owner, the best way possible is to get involved as much as you can and interact with yourself as much as you can. Now, if whoever he hires, and I know the guy he hired, whoever he hires, I don't think he's that type of guy. I think he's a media channel, but what he needs is like what Raphael is kind of doing now.
Yes.
If he's not doing it himself, someone just following him around creating content, whether it be in the process of making cigars, smoking cigars, talking to people, connecting with the consumer base. And
that's, I think, what CLE needs too, by the way. I think Tom does.
Christian's trying to get a little bit more involved, right? He got
and now his sons are getting more involved. Tom can only do so much, is what I'm saying. They need, I think they're starting to do that.
It's literally the same conversation I had with Christian, at least as far as our culture, our group, the people who follow us, our fans. And he's been getting more involved, It's a plethora of great cigars out there. It really is. It's how you're going to reach the people, how you're going to connect. And then especially in today's day and age where information is so fast and so easy to get, how do you stay relevant? How do you stay in their minds? How do you stay in the forefront of their minds? So I think that's what it's going to come down to.
Just real quick, I want to finish up our last poll and see. This is the Cavalier.
Oh wow!
Watch collab, Paul.
It looks like a Richard Mille.
Looks like a Richard Mille a little bit. Yeah, that watch thing. That's my thing. But Sistos, I'm familiar with the brand, but again, I guarantee this is a Switzerland play. But this is the other one. I got to tell you, Coop, and for some, I'm not a Jacob and fan, but this is dynamite. This was the Aurora. You were
that was
the picture's a little
120.
blurry, but this was dynamite. This was a dynamite.
That's cool.
I've seen that one at the trade. I think they had that at the trade show too, and it does look impressive when you see it.
You can't get into the game with his watches, before the $20,000 mark, though.
Now you can get the old. It was like
stupid looking one that's a quartz.
Is it a quartz? Yeah, for like $7,000.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's got just stupid shapes on the dial. Yeah, I don't like that watch. But he's huge on social media. They talk about a brand that kind of appeared on social media. They've been around for a while, but they've definitely
Jacob & Co.
Yeah.
Oh, Jacob & Co.'s success is 100% attributed to the rap community. 100%. He became the rap.
Yeah, I could see that. That's why they have the Godfather watch.
Jacob in the 90s and early, he was the watch guy.
Yeah.
That was his success. But yeah, I just wanted to show you those two. Anyway.
So what are you smoking, Coop?
I'm smoking the Cigar Prop 10th anniversary cigar.
Oh, that's right. Sorry about that.
Yep. No problem.
I'm already thinking about what cool things like what kind of box.
It's actually really good. Like I said, it's a lot of Honduran. It's not dry. That's why I like this.
Do we have info on it?
I do.
Yeah, what is it?
I do. Let me pull it up here. Oh, of course.
I'm assuming they blended it with Cavalier.
Yeah, they worked on it with them. So it's got a.
Oh, it's with Cavalier. I didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's Honduran wrapper from the Jamastran Valley. It's Oscuro. It's got a Honduran Connecticut seed binder, and then it's got Honduran, Nicaraguan, and some Sumatra in the filler. And it's a 6x54. I'm definitely picking up I'm definitely picking up a little of that Sumatra, and I think it's actually giving it a little of that sweetness that's coming in from it, along with the Jalapa Nicaraguan tobacco. Now, I haven't smoked a lot this week, so it feels like this is medium to full, this cigar. But usually when I go back to smoking, everything feels stronger.
Right. It'll hit you a little stronger, sure.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations to Cigar Prop on 10 years.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And that box, like we were talking about last week, really nice. 3D
you haven't
printing.
Seen it now, have you?
Yeah.
Alex, you haven't seen it.
What, the box?
Yeah.
I mean, I've seen it. I haven't seen it in person. No.
No, it's on my desk. It's on my desk
Is it?
next time you
Is
come in.
it?
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm gonna put it up in my office. I was telling
How
Kevin.
many did he make?
He didn't say. He didn't
I'm
say.
just trying to. I'm just curious. As I got to ask him. I'm sure
long
he
it
had
did it, if I missed
5
that, probably-
machines. He had 5 machines rolling 24 hours
Oh.
a day, probably for weeks, making boxes.
For
Yeah.
for
He does-
100 boxes.
He's selling some of them not in the boxes too, though. So he is.
Okay.
He's selling like 3 packs. 5
Kevin
packs.
made them himself, the boxes?
He
What's
printed
that?
the
Oh, no,
box.
3D. Yeah, he's a big time 3D printer. Kevin.
No, I know he
Big time
is,
3D.
but I that's a lot.
No, he made
to
them
take
himself,
on.
100%. Those are
No,
3D
he made it himself. He made it himself.
He made
It's
it
hard to
himself.
tell from the
But
photo,
this is something like unique. I'm into packaging and all that, and I'd rather. This is so much nicer than a craft paper bundle. I'll tell you,
You know,
that.
if you remember the one year that we put, I think it's the first year, maybe second year, that we put the Red Meat Lovers Club when it was still an exclusive for us in that box. It was called the box press, and it came in the white box. I would have
White
loved to have that instead of that white box we used back then.
Well, the butcher paper, I worked with that. That's a
Butcher
different.
paper. There was a year we actually
Put it in a white box. I do
Actual
remember
box.
that.
Yeah,
The
it
meat
was
box press.
like,
Meat
I
box
don't know
press.
what they call the material, but it was like a plastic
Yeah.
cardboard box, but it was printed on. But those would have been way cooler.
I think I have that box still from that first year.
I know if I was in my office, I know I have one in my humidor.
Yeah, I don't know where it is, but I kept that box. But I know what you're talking about. I think listen, that's a keepsake for sure. Like Kevin's box is a keepsake. Like you'll probably have that
Absolutely,
on
it
your desk.
looks really nice, and like I said, the cigar is really good. And I'm not just saying that; it's I'm really enjoying it.
I'll have to get a hold of some of those.
Poor
I know
Paul.
some people.
Paul, when's the last time you had a cigar?
No, that's a lie. When I was in New York, after my dad's funeral, we went out that night and smoked cigars. But listen, I smoke. I probably smoke 2 or 3 cigars a month now, so a lot less than I used to. But I'm really like, my problem is not seeing you guys as much as I usually do. I'm
Come-
less
you come
inclined
to
to
the
try
office.
new things.
We used to come to the office to have a weekly
Yeah. And what was great is because Abe would be like, you know what you should try, or Adam would say like, you know what you should try, or Alex. Like, I'll tell you what, when Alex tells me like this is your type of cigar, I'll go out and get that cigar. Or sometimes I keep up on Coop's site, so like when Coop really likes something, Coop and I have very similar palates, I think. So he's one of the reviewers that I'll actually pay attention to, just because I think we have the same type of taste. But I'm like afraid to waste that time on something new now, because I've definitely been in that situation where I'll spend
You don't got enough of it.
$18 on something and I don't like it.
Well, the good news, Paul, is I think there was a little bit of a shift this year to some more reasonably priced cigars coming out of the trade show.
Right.
So
Okay.
I think there's been a lot of good options for you, at least coming out of this trade show.
You know, I'm similar to Coop. Like when I don't smoke for a while, I definitely feel it more. But I like that. Like that's
I
what
like
I'm
it.
going for with a cigar.
Yeah.
So I like a heavier cigar.
You know, and I learned very quickly, like when you have anything respiratory, do not even smoke. You don't get anything out of it, and nor do you want to. You don't have a desire.
And honestly, the day you think you're better and ready to smoke, just wait another day. 'Cause
Wait
it's gonna-
another day.
Even if you
That was
compare
kinda
it, it's gonna
yesterday.
taste like shit.
That was kind of like yesterday. I'm enjoying this
Yeah.
much more today than yesterday.
Right.
Yeah.
The day
Yep.
you think you're ready, you have it. It tastes like shit. You're doing it just
Yeah.
to do it and get
Yeah.
through it. Real quick, I want to show you. Me and Kevin we're texting a little bit about 3D printing and whatnot. But this is Kevin's setup. These 5 machines.
Wow,
are running
he's just
24 hours a day. Yeah, he made those boxes, Paul.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
he is a machine himself.
machine.
Kevin.
He is a machine with this stuff.
But I really give him credit. He tries to think out of the box on all this stuff too, and he did a good. This is a really this is gonna get ripped off. I hate to say it, Kevin. It's just a good design.
Yeah, but maybe they'll hire Kevin to make it for him.
They should hire
There
Kevin.
you
to make
go.
it for him.
Oh, listen, he knows that just like his bleed tool got ripped off.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He knows.
Yeah.
Just the way it goes.
Thing.
Yeah.
But it was really strange because last week we were doing the our inventions, right? And I happened to have the news story with Kevin, but it also just happened to land on the week I had the 3D printer, and Abe had the 3D printer on our list. It was like we both had it last week as on our list.
Yes, we did.
So that was totally coincidental
Right.
because, like I said,
Right.
we do those lists well in advance.
Yep. So I know in the beginning of the show we talked a little about Summer Saka, and I want to bring this up while it's still in my head because I will be dropping some preliminary, just teaser videos to satiate people's palates. I've been getting a lot of messaging and when we're going to start telling people information. But on a more important note, because one of the hottest TGS releases over the span of the 6 years, I think 5 years we've been doing TGS releases, has been Circo de Chaparrito. And I seldom, because look, I come from this philosophy, I let people like Coop do what they do. I'm not here to rate cigars, review cigars. I'll give you my little personal opinion. I like this, I don't like this. Because that's not my job, and I'm always from the philosophy is half the people are going to agree with me, half the people are going to think I'm wrong, so why bother, right? So, but every now and then something hits me the right way, and I talk about it. And I remember when I first lit it up, I think I was doing somebody's show. I might have been doing your show, Coop. I might have been on your show. I was doing somebody's show, and I lit it up to smoke. And while I was on the show, I posted
It may have been, yeah.
I said, wow. Because, one, I'm not a 60 ring gauge cigar, but that I forget what they call it, that number 9 Bellicoso tip. Or
it's a 109. The 109.
109. That's what it is, a 109, yeah.
Which will make it feel not like a 60.
And, man, that cigar hit home. And obviously it sold out fast. We had a lot of people mad that he couldn't get it. And I started posting right away. And I didn't really think it was going to happen this quickly, that we're going to make this a smoke-in release house brand, And luckily, Kill Dalton, which we've been working on, I got to be over 3 years now. Steve's still not ready to release it. In fact, I was going to take a photo of it. I got like 3 test samples in my humidor over the years that he sent me with his generic labels on Kill Dalton. And that was my window to put in and say, hey, why don't we just do Circo? Everybody likes the blend. We like it. So it is coming out. He's working on the production. It won't be in the commemorative TGS box. It's going to be in a 12 count box, I believe, 6 and 6 kind of flat 12 count box. And we're taking deposits right now. And I think you could do it for another week. It's a $30 deposit per box. You could secure your box, not worry about it. In November, we'll send you a notification they're in, pay the balance, and you'll get them. So I think there's about another week you could secure your box with a deposit. So just want to put it out there before that week's over, because I know every time we do this, as soon as we stop taking deposits, I'll get inundated with 100 emails. I just missed it. Happens every time.
Or you could have the opposite problem I had, is forget I put the deposit in.
Oh, yeah.
How often does that happen?
And I bought a box, and then I bought another box. I ended up with
I think I reached out to you. Did I?
Like you didn't pay. Oh, shoot. I forgot I actually reserved one.
Because people don't realize, because we always get people, look, this is the way this is. And people have gotten upset and they left, and I don't care, because you're just not a reasonable person then, right? We created this process because Red Meat Lovers Club was selling out every year, no matter how much we kept increasing it, and it was causing a lot of problems that the consumers weren't able to get it. So why are we fucking with this? Let's just see who wants it and secure it. Our production, our PO, is based on those deposits.
Sure.
So that's your skin in the game. It's not refundable. You committed to it. If you don't use it, you lose it. And that's just a hard thing, because if we have 200 people who put a deposit down and all of a sudden change their mind, don't want a box, we're sitting on 200 extra boxes that we've paid for and got to wait who knows how long to turn it, right? Because there's not going to be a huge demand, because everybody who really wants
everybody already has, they're secured and can secure as many as they want. You can't just secure. You want to secure 5, secure 5.
Yeah, so they got enough forever for a long time, because so they get upset, and I say all the time, it's just not reasonable, because we express that it's not refundable. We express that it's not transferable. And, we even tell some people, hey, listen, because, look, I get it. November's right around Christmas time, right? And I even told people, hey, listen, man, just buy yourself a $30 gift card every month between now and November, or whatever the math is. And by the time November comes, you got the money. Pay for the box, But the reason why I came up with Paul is people don't realize how hard we work to try to get everybody to pay their deposits. People think like we want to steal the $30 deposit. We don't. We send multiple emails.
Gazillion emails, notifications.
That's totally fair. It's fair.
I'm not even there. When it gets down to the last, we start calling people.
Right.
We start calling people, and leaving voicemails. And the funny thing is that a lot of people especially people who aren't smoking. So you got these guys who go and hunt, you know, the Liberty Release, right? Yeah. So they'll sign up, they'll buy the box, and then 2 months later they'll unsubscribe from our email. Well, how the fuck are you going to get notified? You know, you just unsubscribe from the process in which we communicate to you. Now, it is in their notification center. If they log into their account, there'll be like a little dot there. Hey, your pay your balance due. But since these guys aren't real customers, they never go back to our site. And we always get that problem. So we're always trying to avoid it. So I remember I was on the call list because we divvy up the work. Danny will take some out there. And I see Coop's name on the call list. I call him up and say, Coop, you didn't.
I'm like, no, I got mine already. Yeah.
I said, oh. He goes, oh, did I just order? I think I may have just ordered. And then he went back and used his deposit to get the other box.
I got 2 boxes of the Emerald Fish, which I'm not disappointed with, by the way. So
no, that was a good cigar.
A really good cigar, yeah. So that's going to be the November release as opposed to Emerald Fish this year, I assume.
No, the big plan was kill Dalton. This is a really, really.
That's the one he's been working on for you forever, yeah.
Forever, man. And listen, part of me, because I really stressed that this has, because look, I gave up Red Meat Lovers. And Red Meat Lovers was a huge success.
Yes.
So I really stressed on this is not going to be a fill-in thing. I want something really, really special. He came up with the name. It has significance for him. And every time I think and I'm going to tell you some 2 out of 3 blends I think I've received, I smoked them. I was all happy. I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. And then he would just change his mind. No, I'm not ready. So I kind of put that psychological pressure on him now. So every time I think we're going to get close and it's going to be the year, we've audibled. You know, the first year he knew he wasn't ready. And that's why he gave us the exclusive on Wagashi with the Dojo release before it went national. And then we had the Emerald Fish in the 10-pack. Then we had the Emerald Fish in the box. And this year we're going to have the Circo. So that's 4 years of substitutions right now. So this motherfucking cigar better be fucking great when it fucking gets here.
He's certainly obsessive compulsive when it comes to the blends. It's wild to me.
I did smoke his Calabra at the trade show. And
I didn't get a chance to smoke one, to be honest with you.
It's great. I mean, we actually did a live stream of it from our media house. And what's great about that Calabra, you know how Calabra sometimes get mushy in the second half? This didn't do that. It burned so well from start to finish.
Looks like Kurt, our dear friend Kurt.
Hey, Kurt.
One of those deposit you can get. By the way, Kurt, I ended up getting 2 boxes of Fiddlesticks through you. So thank you very much. If you're looking for the New Hampshire cigar and still out there, please go visit our friend Kurt. Go see Kurt at Twin
Supports those guys. It supports those guys too, so which is good.
Great guys, man. Kurt's such a good guy. His girlfriend or wife, I don't remember if they're married or not, but she's his wife to me. They're just good people, man. Yeah. Always they're just fun.
His store is an absolute must destination store.
And he's a great guy. I love him.
Great guy, yeah. Absolute must destination. It's been I got to get back up there. It's been about
it's years. Funny. Evan Darnell acquired 2 more boxes than he expected to. You know, so he reached out to me about he reached out to me about should I send them back? Should I just keep them? Blah blah blah. Blah. And my first question was, well, who'd you get them from? And he goes, well, Kurt. I was like, no, I'll take them. Yeah, it just depends where you got them from. I said, I'll take them. So I have 2 boxes of Fiddlehead, which may or may not find its way into Summer of Saka somehow. We'll see what happens.
I'm excited. I need to stock up on for Summer of Saka, so this will be a good experience for me as a consumer. The
watches that we're giving away this year, I want every fucking one.
Really?
Because it's all the electrostatic this year, and they're all fucking gorgeous.
Dude, I'll tell you what. When we had him on the show, I was fascinated, and being a watch guy, it's honestly a technology I was not familiar with at all. So
let me tell you something. We're going to have him on the show again this year, but I just got to tell you how awesome Richard is, man. This is not a small watch company, man. I mean, it isn't small in the watch world, but
it's not. No, it's not. It's not even small in the watch world. This is not a fucking Accutron. It's not a small company.
Okay. I mean, I don't know where they stand, but obviously it's not a brand that might resonate quickly with non-watch guys, right? So I really believe what this guy's got to go through for me to get the watches, because I'm not a watch guy, and I'm not buying it like a consumer is. And I think it's really cool because this guy's a cigar lover. He loves the cigar industry. You know, obviously he did collabs with La Polina and whatnot. And we got 4 watches that I think, they're all super sexy. We really, I would take any one of these watches. And I think I might,
They have one. They have. Did you get one last time?
So I wasn't going to do the limited edition Dunbarton without getting a watch. So I got one of those.
Okay.
And then so that purple one, the LE Cool, they sent that to me as a gift.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. I was so tempted to keep it, but it was so cool. I thought this would make a great grand finale prize.
Yeah.
So I put it up as a grand finale prize instead of keeping it. You know, I really didn't need another watch. And somebody won it. I can't remember who. Steve bought it from that person.
Of course he did.
and then gifted it back to me because I wanted it so bad.
Oh my God! Really?
Yeah, I have it. I made a post.
So nice.
So that
I didn't see that.
That purple LE Cool watch is in my collection. In fact, I think I wore it about last week somewhere. So, you know, that was a very nice thing. I was moved out of touch. I called them up. I said, "Are you fucking kidding me?" So yeah, it was very, very cool. And you know, that's for all the times I don't win a watch at his fucking show at the trade show.
I like their Space View collection. I saw that
some good ones this year.
I've been on the fence. I'm close to.
That's what all these watches are, Paul. It's the Space View Evolution. All of them. It's all 4 of them. The monthly watches are each one a different color. The Space View Evolution watch, and the grand finale is a very special one. I don't want to give it away, but it's badass. It's a little bit.
They're really cool watches. It's a skeleton, but like obviously different because of the movement. So
yeah,
I've been close.
Abe, you don't have photos yet?
I don't want to share them all.
I didn't ask you to share them, but I'm fucking digging.
Oh yeah. I'll send them to you.
Are they not in Dropbox? They're not working on them yet?
Oh no, there's already. I have them. Well, see, this has now become. I don't know what Carlos is doing, but I've been working a lot with Nina now. So she's got all the teaser videos for every month, every watch, every video. So look in Nina's Dropbox. You'll if you go to June, July, and August, you'll see the watch in the.
I got you.
Thing. But if you wait till after the show, I'll just text you a picture of each because I got them all.
I want to.
Yeah, they're all sexy. I'll put it in the KMA chat.
Yeah,
they're all very, very, very sexy watches. Well,
that's awesome, man.
That being said, it's that time because I know Alex has got to hit the job.
It's time.
Yeah, I can't even find where the media assets is. I got it. Well, we got to take a short break. We'll be right back right after this. Till then, keep it lit.
Imagine not choosing Monte Cristo. Imagine not choosing greatness. The difference between us and everyone else is in our DNA. The flame of Monte Cristo never extinguishes because greatness is more than high ratings and exceptional cigars. In greatness, there is history, development, and constant innovation. Choosing a Monte Cristo is not choosing the easy way. Choosing a Monte Cristo is deliberately choosing the best option. Since 1935, we have strived for excellence. Our brand is backed by thousands of pickers, bunchers, rollers, salespeople, and aficionados like you. Choosing Monte Cristo is more than simply choosing the best. It is joining a family that believes in greatness. It is knowing that Monte Cristo evolves with the times, but still maintains our values and storied traditions. Choosing a Monte Cristo is choosing not to settle for less than the best. Lighting a Monte Cristo is taking a trip down memory lane, yet enjoying the moment and getting excited about the future. Imagine not choosing Monte Cristo. Imagine not choosing greatness. Now our story continues. Without forgetting where we came from, we are creating the future, one blend at a time. Here's to the past, present, and future. Monte Cristo. Then, now, forever.
Surgeon
Honest Abe here with the GOAT to tell you about Smoking's Cigar of the Month Club. Alex, tell our fans out there why our club is the best darn club out there.
Absolutely.
I'll tell you why. Because every month I personally handpick 5 premium cigars. No filler, no fluff, no fugazis. These are all premium handmade name brands that you can find in any brick and mortar store in your area. All delivered to your door for $34.95. And our average monthly retail value since the inception of our club has been almost $57. Another great feature of our Cigar of the Month Club, Alex, tell them about the ease of our Cigar of the Month Club. I'll tell you, I hate subscription services. It's always a pain to cancel them, turning them on. We've made it super simple. All you gotta do is log into your account. There's a little green button there. If it's green, you're active. You want to take a break, you're going out of town, simply hit the button and you'll deactivate your membership. Want to turn it back on? The exact same easy process. You can turn it right back on. We've made it that easy for you. Another great feature is our Double Down Club. Alex, tell them about the Double Down Club. We had so many of our members reach out to us who really enjoyed our selections every month. They wanted to know there was a way they can get 2. And we've made that very simple. With a simple check mark, you can get double this great selections every month and save $10. Does our club have perks? Of course it have perks. You want to tell them about the perks? As a member of our club, every month there's a special discount code where if you like any of the selections, we will offer them to you. So you want to come and get some more, you can get them at a special discounted rate for our Cigar of the Month Club members. And finally, expedited shipping. Tell them how fast we get the stuff out, Alex. We get the stuff out on the 28th of every month. Our membership bills on the 28th, and we get every member's package out on the 28th if it's a shipping day. 5 great reasons on what makes Smoking Cigar of the Month Club the best club out there. Check it out. Peace. Hey, I really appreciate you doing the video with me. Thanks.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome. I mean, you didn't let me get a word in, but whatever.
What?
Well, great. It's perfect.
Sonny was right. The working man is a sucker, Dad. He's a sucker.
He's wrong. It don't take much strength to pull a trigger, but try and get up every morning, day after day, and work for a living. Let's see him try that. Then we'll see who's the real tough guy. The working man is the tough guy. Your father's the tough guy.
To me, that's the best scene in the movie. I wrote that scene in A Bronx Tale because I wanted to talk about the working man. Hi, this is Chaz Palminteri, and I'd like to tell you about my grandfather, Calogero, who I'm named after. Calogero Palminteri was born and raised in Memphis, Sicily. When he came to this country and landed at Ellis Island, he was so overcome with emotion that he dropped to his knees, kissed the ground, and felt the blessings of America. I have fond memories of my grandfather, who loved his family and a great cigar. This cigar is for my grandfather Calogero and all the hard-working men and women who came to this country with just a dream. This is the immigrant cigar. And let's face it, we all are immigrants. This great cigar was voted number 8 in the top 10 cigars in the world by Cigar Enthusiast magazine. Buy a box for yourself or buy it for someone who gave you a better life. Go to Smoke Inn Cigar in Florida and see Honest Abe and pick up a box of Chaz Palminteri cigars. Tell him I sent you.
Welcome back to Hour 2 of KMA Talk Radio. I had that third commercial as a buffer in case our man doesn't get back in time, and he's still not back. He must
He's texting me. It's funny. So he's in the bathroom texting me.
Yeah, he's got a big load this morning.
We're talking about the Accutron watches because I sent him a picture of this Space View I like.
I'll send you. I'll put the pictures in KMA.
Yeah, I can't wait, man. I used to want to get every watch, but now it's more about like different types of watches. So I've been stuck on the Accutron because it's a different movement, and like I don't have anything like that. You know,
it's funny too. I think Alex was going to confirm with him when we got back after the break. I think this Tuesday we're actually scheduled to do and we've talked about this for years and never got around to doing it. A little Summer of Soccer tutorial. How to strategize, how to optimize, how to get the most out of it to give you the most chances to actually win stuff. There's so many people who really order inefficiently and kind of hurts themselves not getting as many chances to get different things and win stuff. So we're kind of going to do a little strategy video to help people out this year.
I think that's really cool. I'd be interested to see like what the strategy is?
I mean, there's a couple things, but the main number one thing is we got a lot of people who place $1,300, $1,400, $1,500, $1,600 orders. And, this is all automated program stuff. So it just sees it as a baller order over 1,000, and they get everything only at the 1,000 level instead of breaking that order up into 2 orders, getting a baller level order and probably a tier 3 order, getting all that additional swag for the tier 3, all the additional entries to win shit for the monthly drawing and the grand.
Okay.
Yeah, you split it up, and it's not just the additional 2 entries. I think tier 3 is like 10 or 12 more entries or something like that. So there's definitely strategies to it. I think the old school guys who've been doing summer soccer every year have gotten it, but the event's becoming so popular, there's first timers every year. So I'm probably going to put a link on the website. Strategize right. Watch this tutorial before ordering. Not that I don't know how many people will actually click it, but we're going to try to provide it out there, put it out there. So we still good for Tuesday, Alex?
Yes.
All right.
Tuesday's the day. We said Tuesday or Wednesday. Tuesday's fine. Yes.
Yeah, I think Tuesday's the day. I think Marissa put it on my calendar. Tuesday is the day. Yep, Tuesday. All right. It's that time, folks. Our dear friends over at Macanuno Cigars are very curious about your musical acumen. They really would like to know. Are you ready, Alex?
I'm ready.
All right. They'd like to know if you can name that jam.
Fuck, I'm not ready.
Told you.
All right. I put a little extra mustard into this one.
Mustard.
A little extra mustard into this one. Are we ready?
Yep.
Let's go.
Here we go.
I think I did it again. I made you believe we're more than just friends. Oh, baby, it might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious.
Ooh.
Alex gets so excited when he plays this.
Come on.
So my inclination is one song, but the lyrics aren't right. So
one more time.
Play
Yeah, let's do it again.
Play it one more time.
Oh,
What do you want to do?
wait, do it again.
Do it again?
Do it again. Yeah, I need to hear it.
All right, I'll do it again.
I mean, I can.
I think I did it again. I made you believe we're more than just friends. Oh, baby, it might seem like a crush, but it doesn't mean that I'm serious.
Coop, I did it again for you.
I got it now. I got it now. I got it now.
Everybody got it now?
I got it now.
I think it's Britney Spears.
It is Britney Spears.
Oops, I did it again?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oops, I did it again.
You know what's funny is
That was a hard one at
I'm going to
first.
tell you something. When she read the first line, I got triggered. Oh, I know that. I did it again. But then all the other lines baffled me and got me confused.
Same here. I immediately thought
That's
of
what
that song,
happened.
but I
Yeah,
wasn't
you know
sure
why?
of the
You
lyrics.
know why? Because it wasn't the chorus; it was actually the verse. You were waiting for.
Yes.
The rest of. Oops, I did it again.
The second time you
played
played it, I got it right away. Yeah.
God, I remember when that song came out, man. She was the hottest thing. I was in high school, and we were all obsessed with her.
Did she just get arrested again?
Yes.
Something was she was in the news for something.
She's in rehab or something.
I'm just going to say it. You know, I blame fucking Netflix and that documentary. The worst thing they ever did was get that girl off a conservatorship. She's fucked up. And listen, it's a shame. She's mentally ill. She has problems. She needs somebody helping her manage her life and her fucking. Maybe it wasn't her parents, but somebody needs to be managing that girl's life and money. It's a shame.
Didn't
childhood
her husband like
celebrity
take the
get
kids
her
or
in.
something? Didn't her husband get custody of the kids?
Something, yeah, man. She is a disaster. It's a shame. Childhood celebrity really did her in. And
Yeah.
you've seen that. I mean, that's not a story. That's she's not an
uncommon.
exception to that.
Yeah.
You know, it's funny when Petra was young and she had the agent and was doing a few commercials and shit. My wife was always like, if she gets a real acting gig, my wife was adamantly against her doing any of that shit. She didn't mind the photography, she didn't mind the ads, but she did not want my kid getting caught up in anything in Hollywood.
My parents were like that. When I was younger, I had a couple of small opportunities, and my dad was like, listen, you can do this, but this is not, you're going to school.
When Britney Spears came up, that was when all these like 18-year-old girls were like, the Christianity Aguileras, the Hillary Duff, and all that stuff.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they were all coming up at that point. Yeah,
It was a good time to be a 16-year-old teenager.
I gotta tell you right now, man, I am nubbing this fucking cigar. I gotta take the label off because I'm not.
Yeah, you got to get that off. You're about to burn it.
I'm not giving up on this.
I gotta try one of those today,
bro.
legitimate.
It is fucking legitimate.
How is Christian? He was one of my first people that I booked on the show. Actually,
I talked to him. I mean, they had a great show. I mean, he's doing a lot with this Pinareño tobacco that he's running in Colombia. That's like his thing he's been doing. And he actually just did this St. Louis Ray cigar for Altadis that uses a Colombian wrapper, which is not really heard of.
So
there's a lot of good stuff they have going on.
Christian's family strains have been that they're really farmer people.
Mm-hmm.
They're growers.
Absolutely.
They know tobacco. I think Julio Jaroa, his father, probably never got the recognition in his lifetime.
Never did.
And this is a guy who fought for our country, and his plane went down. He's been in a wheelchair most of his adult life, and probably never got the recognition for being a blender and understanding tobacco. Because the story's out now. When I was trying to get Triple Maduro done, and I had the trademark on it, and I was going to all these different companies, he was the first guy I talked to. I was in Honduras, who got so fucking excited, knew in his mind right away, knew exactly how he was going to do it, because he knew the difficulty of making an all Maduro cigar, because it's hard to make one that'll stay lit, because it's very moist and damp tobacco. It's not really designed, cigars aren't really designed to be made all Maduro. And he remembered something that the old Te Amos used to do, and he had rolled like 15 cigars before I left that 5-day trip and bought them. He said, let them sit for 2 weeks, don't smoke them. He was so into it. And I just think he never got it. And they're all farm people. Christian, Gusto, they're all farm people. So they know tobacco. And it's so nice now to see his sons. I remember in this very lanai that I'm broadcasting from right now, his sons played travel baseball. So he was up here around Wellington one time, and he stopped by with all his kids. Bro, they were running around. And, if you have boys, I only got one, so he encompasses all of it. But if you got boys, Paul will tell you, there's always that one troublemaker one.
Yep.
Right? And he had that one troublemaker one who I loved. You could just tell, man. He was the fun one. He was causing chaos, mischief. And I see them all at the trade show this year, and they're grown men.
Santi and Christian Jr. Yeah, and they really are doing a good job too.
And Christian is the clone of his father, Christian Jr.
He looks like him. Yeah.
Listen to me. I'm talking to him, and I feel like I'm talking to Christian 30 years ago. He has the same laugh as his father. It really is something to watch these kids grow. So Christian's living the good life. He's got a beautiful family. He's a family guy, and he's doing what he loves. And I don't think, I think at that point in your career, you always want to be successful because you've been successful already. But it's low pressure when you don't have to make it because you've already kind of made it. There's not that same stress when you're doing it the first time around. So. He's doing good. It's good to see.
He's a good guy. I like him a lot.
He really is. They're very good to work with too. And I'll tell you, Tom Lazuka's Asylum cigar, the Tom Lazuka signature, is the sleeper of the show. We love that cigar.
Well,
it's not a big ring gauge cigar either, so it's like a Corona Gordo Robusto sizes they have.
Oh, that was going to be my next question.
Yeah,
it was their first time back at the Great Smoke in a long time because we hadn't had them in the Great Smoke in a long time because Asylum was all 50-count boxes, and it's very hard to sell a 50-count box, the Great Smoke. So the results were good for them. It wasn't good for us. And, I think a couple of years ago, they transitioned a lot of that into 20-count boxes now and smaller count boxes. So we bought him back this year. He had a decent first showing back, and they're excited. And they're coming back next year. And I think the CLE side is going to be more involved next year as well. So
it was good to see him, too. I hadn't seen Tom in a long time.
Yeah,
what cigar always sticks in my head from them, Coop? That I really enjoy, and if I see it, I grab it. And I don't know if you guys will feel the same way, but for some reason, that Medulla Oblongata is one that sticks in my head.
Well, there's a Medulla and an Oblongata.
I know most people say it the same. It's two different cigars.
It's the white label one then.
There's Medulla and there's Oblongata.
So the Medulla is the one I think. Is that in a white tissue paper? I know it when I see it.
I don't know if it's white tissue paper.
One of them's in tissue paper.
Which one?
They all are though.
Actually, we bought this cigar in. This is a very good. I love the collab.
Yes, it's got the white tissue paper, Paul. You are correct.
I love the
one's
collab.
round, one's box pressed. Yeah.
I love the collab on this project for Altidus and Raphael to go to the origin story of the brand and go have Christian make this St. Louis Ray for them. This is actually not extremely priced for a 30th anniversary cigar. It was a decent price point. It was a very, very good cigar. We bought it.
Colombian wrapper on this thing too. That's what's really unique about that.
No, I think, look, here's the thing. One of the most successful things we had at the trade show was acquiring so much for the upcoming year of Cigar of the Month. And, you know, I will say it because, you know, I see the commercial that Alex and I talk about redoing. Thank you, Dad. I see the commercial that Alex and I, we talk about redoing it. You know, our Cigar of the Month Club is really probably the best club out there. I'm not saying because ours. And when I was going around talking to all these manufacturers, especially the new guys, we brought a lot of new guys, to talk to them about why our club is so successful and continues to grow and do well while others kind of flattened out or dying. When I tell them that we don't repeat a cigar, so this is May. I don't know if you know this. This is literally the 7th anniversary of our Cigar of the Month Club from when we launched.
May. Yep.
Yeah. So this is our 7th year. 7 years, we've never repeated a line. They all get flabbergasted. They get floored when I say that. You know, we won't even bring a cigar back in a Robusto that was in before as a Toro, you know, and that's a true testament to our club. And if you're not in our Cigar of the Month Club, I'm going to tell you right now, this is the year to join because you're going to try a lot of new things and a lot of it's good stuff. And they're all queued in for our Cigar of the Month Club this year. So it was a very successful show on our part for that.
I just want to take that a step further too, because it is hard to do. It's not something easy to do. It's 7 years of
job within itself.
But you'll even go a step further, and even if there's a new, like say Monte Cristo, we'll look and say, all right, well, wait, did we have any? Was there a Monte Cristo or something last month or 2 months? I don't want to put it that much, you know. So it's really
Alex is the most insight of how we do it, but. So I have a spreadsheet. It's by my desk because this was been my personal baby project because our Cigar of the Month Club was originated because literally during that time I never saw anybody post anything positive about anybody's Cigar of the Month Club. If I saw anybody talking about Cigar of the Month Club, it was always disappointment. I just got the cigar 3 months ago, blah, 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 and they always quitting. So I said, you know what? Let's do one and do it right. We're not gonna just fill it in. We literally go out. We hunt down the cigars we want and we buy them. We don't look at our inventory and say, hey, we got a lot of those. Let's put that in the Cigar of the Month Club, which a lot of people do. So we ran it right from the beginning. But the spreadsheet that I have by my desk, just so you know, it has a cover page, which has maybe 15 or 20 of items that we are already secured in our warehouse. Then it has a longer list of everything that's been committed to us with the dates that we could expect it to come in the warehouse. Then the following pages is the 5 selections for every month. I think we're on month now 90 or close to it. Every month going back to the first month. So I can look and see. And then on the cover page, there's like 3 different formulas. So say it's like just like Altidus, Monte Cristo, White Card. So the first row will tell me the last time Altidus was in the Cigar of the Month Club, what month number. The second row will tell me the last time Monte Cristo. Because we're not as tight about putting a Romeo and a Monte Cristo within close to each other because we feel they're 2 completely different, same company, 2 completely different brands. So it's really a thought out process. It's not like, you know, we're just randomly throwing shit in a bag. And it's really funny because when we hired our warehouse manager, Rick, a couple of years ago, he's always waiting for my selections. I get a message like the 10th of every month. Can we get them? We'd like to start packing. So he's always waiting for my selections. And, so he could start the packing process because we one of the things I also noted about Cigar of the Month clubs are when people would start shipping them, depending on how big their club, some guys will get them on next date and some guys will get them 2 weeks later, you know, because they're trying to get it out and make it as the billing happened. And in our club, the only way that really happens is if the postal service took the long route with your package because we pre-pack these all. And when the credit cards get processed on the 28th of every month, that morning, that machine spits out 2,000 plus labels, and then we're just labeling boxes. So it doesn't matter which one we label. we're just labeling them as fast as we can, so they're done by the time the pickup is at the end of the day. So one of our things is, as long as it's not a weekend, if it bills today, it ships today. Your Cigar of the Month Club is going out today. So there's a lot of cool things that we did that really make it so much different than anybody else's club out there. But when Rick was just started working and he was waiting on me once, and sometimes I don't have time, I try to get it, and he's like, "Hey, listen, you want me to pick it out? I can look at what we have on here." And I said, "Bro, is that what you think I do every month? You think I just look at a random 5 and throw them in a bag?" And he didn't understand the process, and now he
throw a dart at a dartboard.
Listen, I can attest to that. Literally the only cigar in the Cigar of the Month Club that comes out of inventory that wasn't specifically purchased for the Cigar of the Month Club is your Christmas gift. And that is, what do we have a lot of that's enough, that is something good, that is something special that we can give away as appreciation. That is the only cigar that comes out of regular inventory. Everything else is specifically purchased.
It's because we're looking for something special that we're
looking for something special. What do we have special that we have enough that we can supply Cigar of the Month with? That's the only one. Everything else is bought for Cigar of the Month.
Fucking Alan O is being a hard.
I was going to say nothing's changed.
That was repeated because of the disappearance.
I don't feel like telling that story, explaining it.
I'll give you the quick version. Yes, Davidoff 702 was repeated once, and it was literally because it was going out of stock, and Abe managed to get his hands on a bunch of coffins, and it was like the last. That was almost like the last gift. This is the last time you're ever going to get this cigar. Here it is in the fucking cigar.
It was one of my favorites at the time. I was smoking a shitload of it. And the first time we put it in, it was like month 3.
Yeah.
Right.
And back then it was like 400 members.
Not even.
Like, because they're literally only opening up a little bit at a time to make sure it didn't fuck the whole thing up.
No, I get it, Alan. I know you weren't criticizing it. I just skip that story now because it's like leads to a whole fucking story why the one time I did it. But yeah.
Isn't that what Brandy smokes?
702?
Yeah.
We were all smoking it. We love that cigar. But
yeah, I remember going to your house once and just seeing a ton of those in her humidor.
Those are mine.
Oh, I assume they were hers. She told me. I remember her saying to me, "That's my humidor."
they're all her humidors.
Okay.
they're all her humidors, but those are mine, man. I at that time that was like my favorite little Corona cigar, man. So when I found out they were discontinuing, I literally called them and said, "How many do you have left?" And I bought everything they had left.
Wow. That's cool.
Cool shit. Coop, how are we doing on news this week?
Light week.
Light? Anything
I have
juicy?
no wrapper, and I have no wrapper binder filler this week.
Anything juicy?
Nothing super. Well, there's one that may trigger a bit, but nothing super juicy, I don't think.
All right. Well, let's take a moment and find out what is going on in the cigar industry today. Oh, it's teaser and rumor free. Let's find out what's the scoop with Coop.
Hey, yo, what's my theme music?
The Scoop with Coop. Breaking industry news. Hear it first on KMA Talk Radio and cigar-coop.com.
All right. This story actually came in the end of last week, and it just missed my email. I missed it in the email, but it is there. Hoot & Young, that's the company that John Carney has gone to. They actually received a patent this week on a cigar design. And the cigar design is called the Cartridge. And it's a shape that is basically it's modeled after the Browning M2 M50 caliber machine gun cartridge. So I don't know if the pictures do this justice, though, is the thing. Because if you look at the pictures, I guess it looks like a torpedo to me, right? If you look at that. But they did receive a U.S. patent on this for 15 years on that shape. And I think it's kind of like a modified a modified gun cartridge thing is what they're doing. They actually have a cigar they're using it on called the Madus cigar selection. So you're using it already, but they have a patent on it. And it's not unusual for a company to receive a patent on a shape. The chisel.
I was going to say the chisel is the one that came to mind for me.
His old stomping ground.
I think the first one, somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, that was done in this industry was the Waif.
The Waif, I think, got one too. I think you're right. And I know that Scott Weeks had one with, I think, the Sidewinder with the iconic leaf. He got one as well. But
that Sidewinder was that weird shape one.
Yeah, it was that weird shape one. Yeah.
Man, that trademark's doing a lot for him today.
I guess, right? I know that the Moya Ruiz guys got one. I believe they got it with the nunchuck as well. So that one didn't do well. But nonetheless, they got one. So, it is. I got to see this in person to really kind of look at it closer, I think. I'm assuming it's just not people say, well, it's a torpedo.
Let me ask you something.
All right.
Is there any cigar you can make today that's worth putting a patent on?
I would patent a shark.
The shark would be one. I don't know if there's a patent on
a shark.
That's
about all I can think.
I would say the shark is definitely one for sure. I mean, the chisel, I think, was
I
certainly
like
worth
the
it.
chisel. Maybe that's just me. I kind of like it.
I like the chisel too. I think it's an iconic.
But you don't get an indefinite patent on these things anyway.
You get 15 years.
Yeah. Then everybody can make it.
Yeah, everyone can make it. I don't know if the chisel's been around 15 years or not yet. It may be, but
03. Chisel's 03.
Oh, it's passed. It's passed already.
Oh, so we can make a chisel microblend.
Oh, you can go do that. But yeah, Hoot and Young, they're doing a lot of these small batch projects right now. We did a pairing video at the trade show with them. We should have that up in about a week or so. We're still kind of going through the last stuff here. I've been sick all week, so everything slowed down this week. So, but yeah, so Hoot and Young has a patent now.
Interesting.
Yep.
What else you got, Coop?
In personnel news, there was some things that happened at Drew Estate this week. So the first thing, people kind of knew this one already, I think, because it was already kind of like out there. But Jonathan Drew is now got the title of CIO, but it's Chief Innovation Officer. Yep. So he is kind of what he's shed. He's still the president. He's the Chief Innovation Officer, but he shed the marketing title. So he's no longer running marketing. They have brought in an outsider to handle marketing, a guy by the name of Andrew Duncan, who is with Sarzanek. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, the liquor company.
The liquor company, yeah. I mean, yeah, Sarzanek. Yeah, I knew I always say that wrong. Yeah. So they brought him in.
For those people that don't know, that's pretty much Pepe Van Winkle.
Yeah. That's a big. By the way, that's a big hire too. That wasn't a small hire they made. I've heard Andrew's name. I've seen his name, in press statements over the years. So, in fact, I had seen a week ago that Andrew said he was leaving. I actually was connected on his LinkedIn. I didn't put any connection to Drew Estate at the time with that. That was the part I didn't know, that they were hiring him, and that got announced on Thursday as well. So that's a pretty big change at Drew Estate, I would say.
Do you think with John's new company, which I'm excited to see all the new things that are going to be coming out with it?
Yeah.
Do you think he's going to take like a less role in really working on?
See, that's kind of what I wonder. Like a lot of his stuff is like his, he's had so many projects that are his babies. Or how much could he? That's a question I have. Yeah. I mean, maybe he'll just focus a lot more on the Jay Sand stuff. It seems like.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what the positioning looks like at this point.
But I think they need someone to execute on everything they're doing in the Dominican Republic right now. With the farms and factory, and I think you need a marketing person to kind of execute on plans. Well, I think Andrew could do that. Yeah,
I think one of the disconnects they suffered from for a while now is production and marketing weren't aligned. And the perfect example was they took an idea like Freestyle Live, which Joe Grow did a great job of emulating our Connoisseur Club at the time. Took our Connoisseur Club, made it Freestyle Live for themselves, and they would have these freestyle lives that everybody got excited about. Then they find out what the cigar is. The cigar took so long to come out from that freestyle live then. And then you got very limited supply, and then it was gone, and then it was gone for 3 or 4 months. Instead of having production.
The Blacken is a good example of that. The Blacken was a good example of that.
There was a couple of them. The Blacken, one of the Nika Rusticas. There was a couple of them. Instead of having production lined up and ready, so that when marketing finally kicked in, you had the supply to handle them, what the marketing job was supposed to do. So I think this is probably a very good move.
I would say conceptual stuff. I don't think Jonathan will have his hands out of that with the conceptual stuff. But like I said, when it comes to the next piece, that execution piece, that's where I think they really needed help with that.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, and like I said, Andrew's done. Like I said, look at the stuff he's done with Pappy over the years and stuff like that. So. with that distillery. So I guess he's moving to Florida. He's based up in the Ohio, Kentucky area. So I guess he's.
Oh, what a tough move!
Yeah, I know. I'm envying that.
What a tough move! I think the only people who visit Ohio are the people driving through it.
Yeah, I do know that. Like I talked to several people in Drew Estate. They were really high on this hire. So that this was the guy I think they interviewed several people. This is the guy they wanted. So I think, like I said, I think everyone's happy with this move internally. It seems like.
Cool. What else we got, Coop?
Well, the last story I think we touched on it a little last week, but I got more info since then. But there was a death at the end of April. One of the like icons in the industry. Angel Oliva Jr. passed away at the age of 91. So I guess he had died at the end of April, but I guess the word started trickling out last week. And if folks don't know who this is, Angel Oliva from Oliva Tobacco, which is, they're one of the big tobacco brokers in the world right now. And he had actually he retired from them, I want to say, about 10, 15 years ago. So I think everyone knows Trey Oliva. His probably everyone he knows is his son. Like I said, this was a big loss right now for. I
mean, God bless. He lived a
good life. Yeah. He's pretty much what I say. He was with the company for a very long time. So I want to say 40, 50 years. So he was with them a long time, from like the 70s as well. I never met him. I never met Angel Oliva Jr. I met Trey. I met Trey. Trey's an awesome guy. But yeah, this is Oliva Tobacco, and Abe, we remember that cigar we had from them, the Doña Lydia.
Don Lydia.
That was a good cigar. Yeah.
So here's a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Right, you have a tobacco family.
Yep.
And well known within the industry, not known through consumers. Right.
Right.
And they had a cigar. I smoked, like, wow, that's a good cigar. And I think they were super priced at the time, like $8 stick, nothing crazy. And we bought them in, and obviously we talked about them. I think we had Trey on our show, or somebody came on our show, and it had such good traction. We were selling a lot of it. Everybody was loving it. And this is where my relevancy statement, when I'm talking to a lot of these young companies, always comes in, right? The lightning hit. You got to, now how do you stay relevant?
Mm-hmm.
If you don't figure out how to keep that relevancy, like I said earlier, in today's day and age where information is so easy and it's out there and it's accessible, this is what happens.
Yeah.
Everybody moved on to something else. Didn't mean the cigar didn't change. I mean, sometimes you have
right,
and you see the cigar, people get turned off. It wasn't the case. It's not the case in most of it. It's just that people moved on. And nothing reminded them to go back and put the cigar in his rotation. And I'll be honest with you, I think we clearanced them out. I think we were sitting on some, and my team's always looking to clear out. We need more room to clear stuff out, and I don't even know if we still have any in stock ananymore.
Yeah, I remember smoking a bunch of those.
We had him on the show. We had John on the show, his brother.
That's right, John was on the show. Yeah. If somebody go check the smoking website, if there is still any Don Lydia anything left, I honestly, because one, those are pre-aged by now. I highly suggest you pick them up because. It's a great stick. It was a good stick.
It was a good stick. Yeah, I don't know if there is. I think there may be one we put for Guards for Gunners at one point too, because they were.
We might have. Sometimes
if they are, go fine. Yeah, but I want to show you something. I want to show you guys
low enough, and it's not worth us trying to do a clearance because we're going to sell like 2 boxes. We just Guards for Gunners that stuff.
Yeah, I think there's still some on the website.
I want to show you guys something real quick. I as you've noticed, I wound up down a rabbit hole. You guys caused it, but I wound up down a little rabbit hole, and I wound up on the another US patent website.
Another great cigar from our guest, not from our guest, but the same factory that our guest got his cigar made last week. Gato Negro, another guy, Drew, good friend, soul smoking socialite, tried to make it in, and I called him up before we blew him out, but they were just sitting here too long, and he had sent us some promo tumblers and promo hats, and we blew them out. So I don't know if there's any still left, but if there's still some left, another great cigar to pick up before they're gone.
So I found this interesting as I was fucking down the rabbit hole of the U.S. patent website. This patent was filed on April 14th, 2026. And did you not check, like, here?
I can't.
This is a perfect cutter type version patent with just a slither of a piece rather than the perfect cut. Rather than having a straight back, it's just literally a sliver.
That looks like the one that DuPont has almost. They have that thing in the back.
I'm just curious, like, what does a patent cost?
It's not. Well, I mean, look, depends on who you are. If you're a huge corporation, it's pennies. If you're a small guy, it's thousands of dollars. No matter.
It is thousands of dollars.
This guy thousands of dollars.
Stupid.
Yes. I just feel like because listen, there's a version out there. Like nobody's looking to. If somebody's copying something, they're copying the perfect cut. They're not copying this version of.
I mean, look, this doesn't create nothing new. It's just he made it in a way that he could claim a patent on something that already exists.
Right. You didn't right.
Like one of the smartest modifications to the perfect cutter, I thought, was the ones that have the hole for the torpedoes. Because if you use a perfect cutter, you know a torpedo, you got to do it 2 or 3, 4 times to work it up to get to the
one that you place in
that you like, right?
Yeah.
So somebody thought of that problem. Said, "Oh, hey, let's put a hole in the back of the perfect cutter back. Close enough that you cut a torpedo with one click." That was ingenious.
Let's patent that shit.
That was worth patenting. This is just everybody's waste of time.
Right.
Did it say what the company name was? I couldn't read the document.
Yes. Well, it doesn't say the company, but Harry Fangler in Live Oak, Texas. Good luck, Harry.
Harry, we just gave you your 5 minutes of fame.
We did. Better get that thing to market soon.
Funny.
Wow.
That's funny. Is that all we got, Coop?
That's all we got this week. Very light week it was.
Well, for more information and to stay always up to date with what's going on in our industry, rumor and teaser free, please go visit our friend's site at cigar-coop.com. That is a take on the Coop with Scoop.
Yep.
The Scoop with Coop. The Coop with Scoop. That's funny.
The Coop with Scoop.
All right. Real question. Oh, let's see what Dan's saying. Real questions with patents. Are you financially capable? Well, that's the problem too. There's
that's what people don't. Just because you got a patent doesn't mean like the government.
I can spend the $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 to get a patent done, or maybe 10, whatever it is. But then what happens if somebody breaks my patent? Because I'm going to tell you something. Patent law, and this is why I fucking hate it. Patent law and trademark law is nothing but a battle of attrition.
It's a battle of wits. Who's willing to spend more money?
It's not wits even. It's money. It's who could hold out the longest. I mean, listen. I came out with the Anarchy cigar when the Sons of Anarchy cigar came out after mine. Dude, I had it dead to rights. Like, there's no way you can
trademark fully to market and
certified, well known. The cigar was in Playboy magazine for Pete's sake.
Yeah, literally.
I can argue I had the trademark on it, and then when I saw that, for shits and giggles, I sent them the cease and desist. You know,
wait, time out. Who you had to send? You sent the cease and desist to Fox Searchlight. We got to
20 grand. Both 20th Century Fox and Meyer and Dutch, right? Meyer and Dutch just ignored it, which was Cigars International at the time. Myers and Dutch ignored it. And then I got this beautiful letter back from 20th Century Fox, who basically went on to say that, hey, listen, we don't give a shit. Our show existed before your cigar, so go fuck yourself. Literally what it said in so many words. And I wish I had kept that just to frame it.
Absolutely.
I really should. I really wish I kept that and framed it, as part of, hey, I sent a cease and desist to 20th Century Fox.
But if you hadn't sent those cease and desists, and then later somebody else comes up with the same name, that prior case where you didn't defend the trademark,
that's the problem with trademark law. Trademark law is a shitty fucking law, and it's shitty how it's enforced, and it's shitty how it's done, and it's just guys with a deeper pocket wins typically, because even when you're right, you can't fight the fight.
Right.
Dan's on point.
Right. You were 100% right in the anarchy. That's
can't fight the fight.
How worth it is it to you to be right? That's the
right. He's going to drop a couple $1 million like it's a fucking lunch tab for that. You know?
Right.
And God, at that time, our anarchy was probably 2012, maybe. 2012, somewhere around there. When that happened, I mean, fuck, we were still 3 locations. Our website was still a baby.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, listen, even in today, I wouldn't make that fight. So
today you kind of I did what I had to do, but I'm not taking.
I wouldn't make that fight. So
no.
it is what it is. It is what it is. Funny shit. But yeah, I hate trademark law. Just for that fact,
I mean, look what Carlito went through with Opus X.
Yeah, and most people don't know this. That's why for many. So here's a story that most people don't know. Diamond Crown, the brand, was birthed primarily out of one reason. Do you know this, Coop?
I don't.
I love it. I love it when I can stump Coop. I love it. It's like it's
rare.
I don't. I'm being honest. I don't. Yeah.
It's like winning when I can stump Coop on something in this industry. So this is how Diamond Crown was birthed. Because of that, I don't know how many year-long lawsuit between Opus X and Opus Wine. Okay, the agreement that was made while this trial was going on, that Opus X wasn't sold west of the Mississippi.
Really?
Really?
Yes. And Diamond Crown was made, you couldn't get it east of the Mississippi. It was like the gift to the people west of the Mississippi.
Wow.
Something special. To have something special. And when that lawsuit finally got opened, everything started going back and forth. Yeah, because Fuente wasn't going to stop selling it, and they were fighting it. I guess they came to some agreement. Oh, fine. We're Napa Valley. You keep selling it over there until this trial's over. So everybody and the west of Mississippi is like, well, how do we get this fucking cigar? We're hearing all about whatever. So they made a Diamond Crown, which was their special version, and we couldn't get it. When I first got in this business, I couldn't get Diamond Crown. And then
that's a story I did not know at all.
It might be wrong a little bit. I'm going on memory, but that's the story that's in my head.
Interesting. Wow.
I mean, look, dude, it's 30 plus years.
What was the purpose?
In my head, it can't be that far off from the truth. It's the story I remember.
What was the purpose? Why did they do that? I mean, why did they say, okay, we're not going to sell Opus X west of the Mississippi?
I'm sure that was part of. So listen, when you do
Opus, I'm assuming Opus Napa Valley. They didn't want that.
Napa Valley's in California. So I'm pretty sure that when you get a cease and desist, you got ceased right away. And Fuente wasn't going to cease. And I'm sure that was some kind of arrangement they made until the hearing could be settled.
Okay.
Because otherwise it was going to be a whole big fight before they even got to court to settle the issue. So it must be some agreement that they said, listen, you can't sell west of the Mississippi until this trial is done. And then eventually it's over.
So what happened with that then? Because I was unfamiliar with that.
My assumption is Fuente won, or they came to some settlement agreement because it opened up.
Yeah, Opus Wine is obviously still in existence, and
they won the suit. They won the lawsuit.
Well, usually they'll come to either some kind of agreement. Either they ruled completely in Fuente's favor, or Opus said, "Okay, this is ridiculous. Now, what are we really fighting? One's a wine, one's a cigar," and they came to some coexist agreement, which tends to happen sometimes too, where they'll say, "Listen, we're going to acknowledge you own Opus name in cigars. You're going to acknowledge we own Opus name in wines, and never will the two of us make similar products." That happens.
Yeah. There were people like Carlito around him were telling him not to fight this, and Carlito refused to back down on this. That was the thing. He was fighting this to the end. And he had a lot of people around him telling him to
I got a call from Carlito when I was trademarking Triple Maduro. When I was coming with Triple Maduro, my thought process is, no one had done it before. I wanted to trademark every variation I could think of. So I had Puro Maduro, Triple Maduro, All Maduro, Maduro. I did every fucking variation that I could, and one of them was Maduro X3.
And there's an MX3 they did with CAO,
I don't know how they got it.
MX2, they did MX2.
There was MX2, yes.
They did MX2, I'm sorry. There was the BX3, which was a little bit of they had a battle with it a few years ago.
I had Maduro X3, and I got a call, and they wanted me to drop my attempt at getting that trademark, and my response was no problem, easy, as long as you go after anybody else who tries to use that trademark just as much you're going, asking me to drop it. And they said, sure, absolutely. We wouldn't do it any other way, and that's how that happened.
Right.
Listen, in this industry, unless you're a real a-hole, most of the stuff is settled on a phone call. If you take the time just to reach out and talk to somebody, But every now and then you get a hard head or somebody who's really stuck on something or feels they're owed a right or has the right, and then it becomes a lawsuit.
Doesn't Lou own a ton of that stuff?
Lou has crushed so many people's lives. Owning so many.
I don't want to bring up a specific example, but we know one very specific example.
Java
where they had the boxes printed.
Boxes. The booth was made with the name. I can't remember. I think it was called Mocha. I think Java was supposed to be Mocha. So at the trade show at the PCA, they had the booth Mocha, and fucking cease and desist before the show started, like the day before. And these guys were running to Kinko's, making a Java sign, slapping them above the Mocha sign. Oh yeah, Lou has crushed people with his trademark litigation. And by the way, I don't know if you're following this, but we actually have a disclaimer in Lou's articles because Lou's gonna write whatever he wants to write, no matter.
Yep.
I just read, and I always read them before. I just read his article, which I may have to do a little editorial, very slightly, change only one word and add a couple asterisks. But if you're not reading the blog that Lou Rothman is writing every week, you're really missing out on some of the greatest stories of this industry. You really are. I don't know.
He done a very good job with it. Yes, I have been.
I don't know if everybody's conscious of it. This may be one of the coolest things that we have gotten, as a company for Lou to get involved writing us blogs. And I'm telling you, he is an amazing writer with probably some of the best stories this industry has ever seen. They're not all cigar related. Some are cigar related, but this one I'm talking about hit home to me because I actually knew this guy. This guy was not only a friend of Lou's that he talks about, he was a friend of Sal Fontana. And it's about Al Goldstein for all you New Yorkers.
Screw Magazine,
who was very into the industry and into cigars. I went with Sal down to his house because he used to have a house on Fort Lauderdale on the Intercoastal. And in his backyard, there was a huge statue. When I say huge, I think it had to be like 20 to 30 feet tall of this hand pointing to all the intercoastal boats, going just a big fist in the air to all the intercoastal boats going up and down the intercoastal. But reading the story it's a crazy story. It's a little bit sad. But Lou's writing some epic stuff. So if you're not checking out the blog, please go check it out. You may not ever hear stories or get nuggets of information about our industry. This is a privilege and a blessing that we have this guy, that he's giving us all this great content. Go check out the blog and tag some of your friends who you think would love to read some of these stories. It's really, really good.
By the way, Al Goldstein was one of the original cigar media people.
Yeah.
He had a magazine called Cigar Magazine.
So I didn't know that till I read the article because
I did that one. I did know. Yeah.
Because if anybody knows, and I'm going to call him up because now I'm a little confused. I don't know if Lou did it as an homage or if this was actually it. But Lou had a cigar called Cigar Magazine. There was a period where it was out for 4 or 5 years, and you just said, I had enough of it. But Lou, for 4 or 5 years, had a magazine called Cigar Magazine. Now, I don't know if that was that project with maybe Al or not. Or I don't know if he did it, or maybe he acquired it from Al and then kept it running for a while. I don't know the full story about that, and I want to get that because when I was reading the article, that came up, and I was surprised because I remember Lou's magazine when it came out. I remember putting it up in my stores, reading it. So I don't know if that's the same one, but at the time when it came out, to me, the information was Lou Rothman started a magazine. It's called Cigar Magazine. Here it is. So when I read that Al had started that, I don't know what the full story is. So I'm going to take the time to find out.
That Saka may have some insight into that. Yeah. Too.
Yeah,
as well as
right.
Lou, as well as Lou, obviously. Yeah.
You're right. All right. We're getting toward the end of KMA show. It's time to wrap it up. We're going to head over to Tail of the Tape this week. What number are we on? I see this every week.
We're 5. Our pick is for
Top
pick
5.
5.
The first
Next
pick is
week.
top 5. All right, here we go. It's time to find out Tail of the Tape. Interesting week this week. I like the information associated with my pick. So you want me to go first?
Music.
What?
Right? I don't know. That music, it's very outside of our normal. It's very.
But I think it's perfect for what we're covering.
It works. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to jump right in. Number 5. Number 5, starting off the top 5 for me. I told you we get a little more serious. Number 5 is artificial intelligence for me, and I'm sure many of you will think that is low, but I put it at 5 for a reason. And the reason I put it at 5 is I think we're going to see a delay in the real full fruition of what artificial intelligence will be. And a lot of that, I think, is human fear. I think.
Yeah,
I think
it's already there. We're just not seeing it yet.
I think AI could probably fucking skin graft an entire human arm at this point, but the human fear, which I get, is kind of going to make this process a little bit slower than it could be.
The fear of data centers.
Data center, all that shit. So currently I put AI at 5.
Yeah, Alex is right. People don't realize how human fear plays a role. I mean, they waited until COVID to admit to the world, yeah, we've seen UFOs. Here's our reports. No one's going to give a shit about it because we're all worried we're going to die. But yeah, here you go. Here's the public reports. We have
by the way, here's
UFOs. No one gave a shit. Crazy. All right, my pick this week, which I love the facts that I've uncovered. I didn't know about this. My pick is Wi-Fi. Wi-Fi is so needed in the world today, and all the things we do and things. And it partially relies on a technique invented by an actress, believe it or not. Her name is Hedy Lamarr. And it was to prevent radio signal jamming during World War II. Now, here's the cool thing. Anybody know what Wi-Fi stands for?
Fidelity, something.
Know.
Yeah, I don't remember.
You ready for this?
I should know this, yeah.
Yeah, everybody should know it. You ready? Absolutely fucking nothing. It was a marketing ploy just to sound like hi-fi, high fidelity. Wi-Fi does not stand for anything. It's just a marketing-friendly name they gave it. And early Wi-Fi was so weak that microwave ovens would interfere with the connection.
Simply catchy made-up brand name. Well,
Alex didn't believe me. Googled it.
I had to Google it.
I did not know that.
I thought that was a cool thing because I said, why do I know what Wi-Fi means? It doesn't mean shit. It was a marketing name.
Man, if you need a branding company, go fucking hire Interfirm because that's the company that came up with Wi-Fi.
So. Yeah, my pick.
And no, it does not stand for wireless fidelity. That's what I was thinking of. No,
yeah.
It doesn't. Well done.
So that's my pick at number 5, Wi-Fi.
Nice.
We all kind of have these picks that are kind of in the same genre this week, but mine was already said on a previous. Someone had it, but I have it much higher. I have the lithium-ion battery at 5. I mean, that's changed the game with laptops, consumer electronics, cell phones. That technology, I think, even was used with some of the electric cars. That changed the game on everything as far as recharging something to have a portable device. Yeah,
sure.
I mean, there were a lot of attempts at rechargeable batteries, but when they got the lithium-ion technology right, and lithium-ion's been around since '74, so it's been around for a while. But when they got it right, that's when you saw. I think we really saw it in the early 90s when the laptop computers were the ones that really first started that right now. We would not have, I mean, it has changed everything right now. And I think there'll be things that would come.
The big hurdle too, Coop, was heat, right? Like recharging and the fucking
heat,
things would
it's very flammable.
You're unstable, right? Yeah. Very unstable.
I mean, even now that you go on a plane, they always, what do they always ask you? Or you're sending something with a package, they always ask you if there's a lithium-ion battery in it.
Yep.
So.
Right. Absolutely.
Even though I think they're much safer, yeah.
With Teslas, I remember my dad saying the insurance companies hate Teslas. Yeah. Because the second it gets into a fender bender, if there's a chance that the battery has been touched, even though the tech guys will tell you, no, it's no big deal. No, they total them.
Yeah, they do.
Into a minor accident with a Tesla, they total it immediately.
Yeah, that's true.
Interesting. I didn't know that.
It was true. I don't know if it's still true, but I do remember that, Paul. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they're totaled more than any other vehicle.
Any inventions you want to give an honorable mention to?
I mean, when you said inventions, I was thinking like, the telephone, the internet, the like.
It's got to be in your lifetime. I'm sorry. It's got to be in your lifetime.
Oh, okay. That I didn't realize. Okay, I didn't know that. I mean, in my lifetime. So it wasn't invented in my lifetime. Well, maybe it was.
Disney World?
You guys are going to make fun of me.
I'll tell you that my number 10 pick was the Super Soaker, Paul. There's nothing we'll make fun of.
What a great invention, though.
Right.
I don't know if the technology was invented, but the brand, like this actual specific thing, was invented in my lifetime. Was the Toto washlet? I think that
What?
the Toto washlet. It's a bidet with a heated seat and the dude. It's life changing. Nobody ever believes me how life changing a Toto washlet is until they get one and they say they can't live without it.
Jessica, clip this moment.
Clip this one. I guarantee you, no one's got this on their list.
I just want to recap. I just want to recap tail of the tape real quick. We had Wi-Fi. We had artificial intelligence. We had lithium-ion batteries and the bidet.
The bidet.
Specifically, the Toto washlet bidet.
Specifically, the Toto bidet.
So, I mean, it's moments like these I really miss.
It's moments like these that are why Paul is allowed to stay in the KMA group.
100%. Oh,
wait a second. How many of you have bidet?
How serious he was talking about it. In my lifetime, it's a brand name. I think it was created in my lifetime. It would have to be this Toto.
I know. I was ready to say, Paul, come on, enough with the fucking preamble. Let's go.
I thought it was gonna be Disney Fast Pass or something like that.
33 Club, something.
Can't make this shit up.
Paul Taylor tape.
And by the way, I confirmed it. 1980. So.
Oh, there you go. Oh, actually, technically not.
Paul wasn't even alive in fucking 1980.
83, I was born.
Oh,
but I would give him because sometimes these things don't really get
commercial.
Listen,
it's close enough.
I rely on those things in my house so much that when we go on vacation, we could stay in the Four Seasons. And I'm thinking of is, man, we're not going to have a washlet there.
Oh my God!
Now I got to.
What do you do on a plane?
Not use a bidet.
What do you do if you're on a plane?
I don't take a shit on a plane.
I don't
even when I go to Europe, I don't take. I wait.
I do too.
I can't imagine. I'm a small guy. I'm 5'7". Yeah, I'm chunky, but like I cannot imagine like somebody of Abe's height and size, or like just
even
pissing
now,
in an airplane bathroom.
Even now, forget before when I was 500 pounds. Even now, like
ain't no fun.
If I really gotta take a whiz, I can go in there and take a whiz. But anything else?
Now think about my situation when I am on a plane and my child needs to go. You know what? It's to fit two of us in there.
You could fit in there with two of your kids. What are you talking about,
dude? It's so uncomfortable. We were on a JetBlue flight going up for my dad's funeral, and it was my 6-year-old needed to go to the bathroom. And finally, I was just like, dude, you got to go in here alone. I can't. And he was scared to go in there alone. I'm like, I can't fit in here. We can't close the friggin' door.
Yeah.
Paul went from the telephone to the bidet. Fucking hilarious.
Listen, if you guys don't have it in your house,
he really did. He started. I didn't hear anybody.
All right, that's a perfect way to end KMA this week. Seriously, can't do it.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks.
Hey, Paul, we're gonna try to do it again.
Yeah, Paul, absolutely, yeah.
Everybody out there, thanks for spending your Saturday morning with us. We hope we entertained you, and we hope you had fun. And we'll be back next week to do it all again. Until that time, keep it lit.